The Jenn Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life, is an inspirational hour that'll take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jenn Royster is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Imagine having the ability to use your innate positive energy to dissolve the stuckness in your life, whether it's emotional, physical, or spiritual, through this incredible dynamic show. Get ready to be transformed from Dr. Jenn's live guided healing meditations and intuitive readings, and unveil the power of connecting to spirit, the angels, and your higher self. Dr. Jenn is passionate about helping you find the answers you're looking for through an inward journey that'll strengthen your connection to spirit and help you trust your intuition. Now, here's your host, Dr. Jenn Royster.
Hello everyone, welcome to the show. It's good to be back, and I hope everyone had a safe and fantastic holiday break. I know we did, and we just enjoyed the time for a little R&R. There's a little bit of a buzz. There's next door neighbor landscaping. They're almost done. They're doing the blower, so you might hear a little bit of a buzz there. It's going to go away in about a minute. All right, here we go. We're going to talk about the energy forecast and astrology for June. Last week or 2 weeks ago we did Gemini season. So Gemini season more is May 20th, 21st to June 21st. This is about the month of June. We're going to go over different highlight points. It's very interesting, but there's also a bit of a breath of fresh air this month because we have been going deep into the soul. The universe has been bringing those energies to bring up all that deep stuff that's getting in our way so we can move forward. We will still feel some things, but we are also feeling a bit of a lighter note here in June, and everybody could use a break. It's time to restore, take a break, have a little bit of fun, and just lighten up a little bit before you go back into it again, because everything is an ebb and flow. But we will go over the highlights. We will ask the angels for insights. And I did bring my iPad and I've got it set up. So after we go over the notes for what's happening in June, we will do some reads if you like. So the ones that I paint in the iPad, like we did a few weeks ago. We had a lot of fun with that, so I'm bringing that in for today's show if you want to do that. So here we go. First of all, we talked about Archangel Gabriel is a great one for Gemini season, but there's also all the other angels that would come in, our guardian angels, the angels for whatever specific need you might have going on, but we have a lot going on here. So first of all, good news is tomorrow, Mercury, that's been retrograde for the last few weeks, if you've been feeling that one, will go direct. Yay! I know, we always feel that one a little bit. So if you've had a little bit of that mental confusion or miscommunication or any of that retrograde fun stuff, it was also a time for review so we could do things better. But it does go direct tomorrow on June 3rd. We also have several other noteworthy events that I'm going to talk about. One of them being a Sagittarius super full moon as well. But we have a few more as well. So I want to go over these things to give you some inspiration because it's a spiritual awakening month. You might feel that connection. The veil will be thinner at some point here and there. There's also creativity energy in the air, manifesting, and self-expression. Self-expression on being your truest self. So we have a lot that supports us in the universe, but we also have so many other things going on where we participate and we work with the universe in things. So I created an affirmation for today's topic, and I like this one a lot. This one just feels good for any time of the year, honestly. But we have I am healing and I grow stronger every day. I deserve to rest, restore, and have fun. There's your self-care being reminded here, because self-care is part of self-restoration taking time to lighten up and have a little bit of fun instead of just push, and feeling the stress constantly will wear you down. When we take that little bit of break, we always go back and we feel a whole lot better, and we do find ourselves more productive when we do go back to the work mode. So think about it that way. So here we go. So there's a few bold alignments. There's a few strong ones. The supermoon. We have the solstice for summer. And pretty much we do have that rest and restore going on. So we've had all this heavy soul work we've been doing. So I'm going to start going into these. I want to go over these points. First of all, tomorrow, June 3rd, I said Mercury will go retrograde. It will go, will go direct in Taurus. That's going direct in Taurus. Taurus is an earth sign, so it will be a lot more grounding after that air fogginess. So we have, now that retrograde was going on, that Mercury retrograde was going on during the eclipse, so that brought the confusion, a bit of maybe the mental fog. It makes it hard to think clearly sometimes, and then there'll be moments where you do, and then it's like, wait, where was I on that, that kind of thing. But we want to feel more confident moving into this, because we did have a few weeks of that. So now that it's going to station direct, Mercury stationing direct, that foggy thing that I was talking about, that mind clarity, that should start to lift and feel a little bit clearer and lighter. You might find that you'll be able to focus better. And then it's just anything new coming in, you'll feel like, okay, I can do this. I'm ready. I'm ready now. So just know that, just be patient. It clears and it gradually fades out, but that starts tomorrow. You might already be feeling it. So that's on June 3rd. June 4th, we have Saturn retrograde. Now, Saturn is considered the stern teacher, but let me tell you about this one a little bit. That's okay, because this is going to be in retrograde in Aquarius until October. So it'll be there for a while. Okay, so in a subtle energy that challenges us, it does challenge us. It makes us look back to see how we've grown, how we've matured. It sometimes makes it feel like, did we learn our lessons? There's reward. Saturn does have that reward side to it. There's a lot of reward in how hard we've worked, how hard we've grown. You may not feel like you have every little thing figured out. Well, do we ever? Really? We don't. We're always continually evolving. But this is where, okay, appreciate what you have learned, appreciate where you have grown. Maybe you had a big dream, maybe even a month ago, 2 or 3 years ago, and you thought, wow, this is where it's going to be. But it changed. That doesn't mean it failed. It means you're listening, you're working with the universe, and you're being guided and navigating through, I really like this, but I think it might be better if I do it a different way. You might find you're doing that. You might find that you're tweaking your plans a little bit. That's okay. But it gives us a chance to reflect back on how much we've learned, and to make sure we don't have anything that we miss. That's what a Saturn retrograde will do. It makes sure we've done our homework. It makes sure that you're applying yourself. It makes sure, I know, it's like the strict teacher, like, did you do your homework? Did you review everything? Are you ready for all of that? So it kind of makes us feel that way sometimes, but we can move forward, we can grow, we become more aware. It's very tied into spiritual awakening as well, because we have to become more aware as we grow and ascend, because as you become more aware that there's more going on out there than just your everyday plodding along in the physical life, that wakes things up. That wakes things up on a deeper level. So it's good for us to review, see, do I really understand that completely? Or is there a little bit more I could do with that? And then also to appreciate and feel the rewards of how much you have learned. Don't forget that side of it. You're learning, but you're also appreciating what you have learned. That's going on June 4th, and that will be there for a bit. We have on June 11th, we have Venus. It's called a conjunct with Uranus. Now, what's that mean? Because Venus and Uranus are coming together in the sign of Taurus, That's interesting. That allows us, this is cool, that allows us to feel free. To feel free to create. It helps us to express love. It helps us in all kinds of ways. Just love. Creativity. It helps us to break down barriers that we're holding around our heart that we won't open up to. We feel a little bit freer when those two come together in Taurus, so that's pretty cool. It allows us to feel love at a deeper level or a higher frequency. And as we all know, energy healing, that's divine unconditional love. That's the universal love. That's the most powerful energy in the world, anywhere in the universe. And so I like the idea that we could maybe tap into something a little bit deeper when it comes to love, because love is expressed in many, many different ways. Okay, we do that in so many ways. We may be helping someone. We may be, healing. We might be doing self-care. We might be doing all kinds of things. So with creativity and love coming together under that sign, I kind of like that, and I think it's pretty cool. This energy is very supportive for the creative work. So if you're working on creating something, you're in that mindset of developing or creating or something brand new, it helps you to express your vision, to not hesitate, not to hold back. Can you imagine just expressing the vision that you have without the inhibitions and feeling limited like you can't? That, to me, I love that part. As a creator myself, I love that. This energy is great for creative work. It's also great for having fun, having spontaneity, meeting people, spending time with people you already know, or your partners, or whatever. Yeah, I mean, it's great. I just like that. That's on June 11. June 11, these two come together. That's a cool energy. So you might want to mark your calendars for this kind of stuff, because just to be aware, like, oh, okay, the universe is bringing me that to support me. I just think that's great. June 14, now that's the supermoon in Sagittarius. It's a super full moon. So those are so pretty in the sky. I absolutely love them. So it always looks a little bigger because it's, because they're closer. So that means in astrology, you may feel the moon energies a little bit more. That's where that relates in astrology, but in science, astronomy, it'll look bigger in the sky. It also has a very gentle tone, and it carries this energy to remind us to find the joy every day, to sometimes just lighten up and don't take everything so seriously, because life is life, and sometimes we just have to go, oh, okay, there it is. Got to lighten up, laugh about it, and go, oh, well, I just learned something, that kind of stuff. Sometimes we just take ourselves so seriously that we forget to laugh and enjoy life and know that nothing's perfect. We're not supposed to be perfect. We're just supposed to be who we are. And sometimes when you remind yourself, I don't have to be perfect. I can try something. If it doesn't work, okay, I'll try something else. It really takes a lot of pressure off when you're trying to create something big. Maybe it's a job, maybe it's entrepreneurship, maybe it's you're starting something new, maybe you're just trying to paint a wall in your house and you're afraid, oh, I might mess up or it might be the wrong color. Well, paint over it if it's the wrong color. Don't look at it as, oh no, oh no, oh no. One of the things I have to remind myself of is, I'm one of those ones, I don't like to put a hole in the wall to hang something and then it's not in the right spot and then I got to make another hole. I know, I'm kind of weird that way. But I laugh about it because that's where I have to remind myself, it doesn't have to be perfect. You can patch that hole if it's in the wrong spot and it can be repainted. And then I have to remind myself of that. It's like, it doesn't have to, it's not permanent if you want to change it. So think about that. Some things in life, yeah, we want to think about it before we make a decision or sign on the dotted line. But this supermoon is, I think, going to be very enjoyable to not take life so seriously and to give yourself a little bit of break. So sometimes full moons can be intense. We are releasing that seriousness. We're releasing that something's this, something's that. And then we go into it. So I like that. After all the strong transformative energies we've had over the months. This one will help us to just let it go. You know, cut the final cords of attachment that are holding us back. So I do like that. Also, it's a strong illumination about allowing you to see things in a new perspective. Maybe we just need to see things a little bit differently. Sometimes maybe we were just looking at it completely in a way that just kept us weighted down. So when that moon comes up in a couple of weeks, really appreciate what this energy brings to you. Because we all work, we've been working hard, we've been through a lot in the last few years, we're still going through some things, but sometimes we just have to take a break and go, you know what, I gotta have a little fun. That's why I love the picture I picked for this year, for this show today. It's one of those, you know, I think it's an Australian Shepherd or one of those kind of dogs. But he's doing his upside down aerial flip, catching the Frisbee. And I love watching those dogs do that. So anyway, really, really cool supermoon this month. So this month does bring a lot of light energy, love energy, connection energy after all of the heavy work and fogginess we've had. June 21st, that's the solstice, and that's when the sun goes into Cancer. For the next phase, we're going to leave Gemini and go into that. Now, this is a power day in the month. This is all from astrology. This comes from moving into that sign, okay? So it's a power day. It signifies the sun moving into Cancer. And it also is the start of summer. It's the longest day of the year, all that good stuff in the northern hemisphere. And it's winter in the southern hemisphere. So no matter where you live, it's a time to celebrate. It's a time to remember that even in darkness, or even when the light always comes back, you know, the light, it comes and goes. It's not like, it's just temporary when we feel like we're in those weighted down times. I kind of like that. Also, this energy is considered to thin the veil. So it's a little easier to connect and be more receptive to what's beyond this world. That's where the word metaphysics comes in. What's beyond the physics? You know, beyond the physical life. You know, when we tap into our spirituality and we move into healing energies and we move into things that are just beyond where we are in the physical world. So I like that. June 28th is the new moon in Cancer. And that one falls also close to what's called the black moon in Lilith. So let me explain that. Like, ooh, that sounds kind of dark. No, yes, there's all these different mindsets about that, but there's always a positive in here. Because when you activate light and dark, feminine energies, which is what this is representing, that's important because, you know, Lilith's considered the darker energies of feminine energy, but what is that about? It's about challenging yourself within. It's about finding yourself. It's about stepping out with your light feminine energies, and that's all creative energy, that's all nurturing energy, but also standing up and setting your boundaries. You know, standing up for yourself, asserting your inner power, knowing that you have a truth and that you don't want it suppressed. That's where that darker side of this, it's considered all this, you know, sometimes you see it in different, you know, shows or something like, oh, that's scary. No, this is actually very empowering to tap into something that can enable you to stand up for yourself. Think of it that way. This is also a very good time on that new moon for manifesting and creative work as well. I know. Now here comes another spiritual awakening one. On June 28th as well, we have Neptune going retrograde. Neptune's considered one of the spiritual awakening and psychic, you know, the spirituality side of us. Neptune goes into retrograde, and now there'll be 3 retrogrades. We'll have Pluto, Saturn, and Neptune in retrograde. Very powerful combination. Very powerful combination. Pluto, rebirthing. Remember, that's out of the ashes the phoenix rises. We're getting rid of the old. We're bringing up the new. Saturn, the teacher. Have I got my lessons down? And Neptune is entering this year. So it's all part of this natural rhythm of new information, higher truth, tapping into beyond. Okay, I like that too. So this all is complementing one another, because if we can just find new meaning, if we can find that these aha moments and these realizations of, oh wait, I get it. I've been looking at that for years. I've been trying to understand that concept for a long time, or maybe just a few months, and now it's sinking in. This is a spiritual awakening time, new spiritual mindset. You may be growing and ascending at this time, or you'll feel it's much easier. It supports it. So it's interesting that that's on the same day with that new moon, which taps into, hey, it's time to be clear here, set the boundaries, stand up for myself, make my mark in the world in a positive way. So I like that a lot. So when we go into this kind of energy, I always like to go and tap in with the angels and say, hey, June just, to me, was a very refreshing month to share with you when I did my homework here. And I asked about that. And they said, this is a time to celebrate even the tiniest joy, having gratitude for the smallest of smallest in your life, appreciating that you're here, appreciating life, because being in the moment. And they were reminding me about be in your moment. There is nothing you can do about the past until you start to move and shift. And if there's cord attachments to anything in the past, and this is all coming from the angels. This was coming from a group angel. It was almost like a group meeting of with Michael, with guardian angels or something, is what it felt like. It wasn't like one particular angel, but it was like this group. And they were saying, this is a time to appreciate where you are right now, no matter how big or small. Appreciate the lessons you've learned. Appreciate what you've learned from your past. And if there's something that pulls you down, that triggers, that's hurting, it's time to cut the cord so you don't keep emotionally being controlled by it. That word right there really stuck with me. Don't let the past control your actions today. Because I was thinking, whoa. Yes, everything we experience is kind of becoming who we are. But when it's controlling and affecting your life now in a very negative way, that's not working, is it? So I was like, well, what do you want me to say? What are we doing here? And they're like, it's time to look at it that way. Do you really want it controlling where you are right now? Versus spending all that energy appreciating what you have and what you don't have. And maybe you want something that you really don't have yet, but appreciate how far you've come, or what steps you can do. Appreciate that you can work with this creative energy this way. Appreciate so many different things. Appreciate that you may have fond memories of the past. You may have lost people from the past, and you miss them, or they've gone on, or everybody went in different directions, or they maybe passed away. But appreciate everything and be in your now instead of it weighing you down. And then they were also reminding me of, which is very powerful energy to remember when we're manifesting by way, you can only do it by being in your present moment. That's where you make all your decisions. That's where you take action. I mean, you can't go back into the past and do anything, and you can't go into the future yet. So all you have is right here, right now, right? And they were saying worrying about the future is draining everyone. They said it just like that to me. Worrying about everything tomorrow is absolutely draining all of the energy. They're missing the focus where they are right now. Right now is where we can reach out, we can support you, we can help you find new ways to find solutions to challenges and problems. And they were just reminding us of these basics that so many of us, as soon as we turn off the spiritual book we're reading, or maybe even the show or whatever, we go out in life and we forget all about it, and we go right back into this old pattern. And they're like, no, don't go back into the old pattern. Do something different that will improve your life. Do something different and start today. Do something. It could be small. What can improve your life? gosh, sometimes we find easier ways to clean up the kitchen, you know, simple stuff. I don't know. It doesn't matter how big or small. Remember, what it is we want to apply ourselves to do something different that improves your life or makes life better for you. It might be stopping something, it might be starting something, it might be doing something different. With intention and appreciating where you are with the smallest of things. Sometimes the smaller things are the biggest things in life. Absolutely the biggest. You know, we forget that. So they really had that specific message today for that. So I'm glad I could get that. I was asking them, like, just let this flow from me, because then I got to go back and re-listen to it. You know, it's just that way when I'm bringing their message through. So that's pretty cool, and I feel very blessed that I can do that for you. So let me go from there. Let me stop and say hello to everyone over in chat and see who we got today. And by the way, before we start this, and I'm going to pull up my iPad too. What was it? 2 weeks? No, it was last week. I don't even know when I was in there. Yesterday, was I there last week? Now I'm not remembering. I'm sitting here thinking the last show. Let me just put it that way. The one on the Gemini season. We had a weird glitch last week. So if some of you were trying to tune in and you couldn't find it, there was just a glitch that they fixed. It was happening to a lot of everyone that does content creating on YouTube. There was a few people, and it was just a little weird glitch that was happening. So if that happened to you, that's why I had put an extra one, a copy up. I always put a copy up on my website anyway, in the blog. And so but if you were looking for it, that's what happened. So it's all out there now if you missed it from last week. So that was a little weird. It took a couple of days, but have to be honest and give them some kudos. When I reached out to tech support with them, they were great. And I just want to say thank you to YouTube tech support for helping us out with all of that, for all of the creators, because I didn't know what was going on. So that's what happened. Anyway, let's go over and let me say hello to everyone in the chat, and let me pull up my screens and switch this out here. So hold on. All right, 1 second here. All right, I'm gonna go here. So we can do some reads, or I can draw what I'm seeing and thinking. So just a reminder to everyone, if this is your first time watching this, we're not trying to do masterpieces, okay? I'm basically just doing basic scribble drawings of energy. So it doesn't have a form sometimes it does, but I'm reading energy, and I'm just putting out what I'm kind of seeing, and that's what I'm doing. So let me go over here. Let's see, we got Candace. Hello, Candace, welcome. It's good to see you. Hello, Bobby. Hi, how are you? Glad you are here with us again. Let's see, I've been feeling off lately. I don't know why, especially since I have angels with me, especially my favorite, Ariel. What can I do about this? I know smoky quartz helps to lift some of that. What else can I do about this? Thank you, sending you love and blessings. Okay, well, let's start with Bobby. I'm going to do that. So here, you work with the angels a lot. Ariel is also one for helping you narrow the focus on what you're trying to do, and also cut yourself some slack for the last few weeks, which I was mentioning earlier in the show. We had that retrograde that was foggy, making mental foggy things anyway. But it wasn't that they weren't there. It was sometimes the angels, it feels like, where'd they go? Where'd they go? Why are they not here? Right? You know, like that. What it does is they pull back to give you a little bit of time and space with your own. But when we had that foggy, and that was to just slow us down to not make decisions. That's all that was. Smoky quartz can do what you're talking about. It can help clear it out, but it can also help for focusing. It can also help not just the smoky quartz, but the clear quartz. Sometimes smoky quartz is for other things like darker, like more negative clearing. But if a clear quartz, like think about it, smoky, foggy, clear, and I'm not saying you were using the wrong stone at all, because honestly, the intention of whatever you want to pull from the energies is just fine. You can still use that. That's absolutely fine. You might want to introduce a clear. It doesn't have to be big. It can be small enough to fit in your pocket. Put it on the left side if you are a right-handed person, and put it on the right side if you're a left-handed person. It's the opposite of your dominant side, basically, whichever one, because we receive energy on our non-dominant side. So sometimes we can clear things up by whatever we're pulling in, and whatever crystal we're working with, you can put that on the right side of pocket. Sometimes we just wear it on a chain right down in the middle, especially with the heart chakras and fifth chakra. But I like doing it like that. If you felt like there was some darker energies, absolutely use some obsidian or something like that, and you put it in there. Then we want a flowing out. So honestly, I'm asking right now with angels for you, and what I'm seeing is, if you were to put the smoky quartz on your dominant side in that pocket and a tiny little clear quartz in the non-dominant side, you would have this flow in and out that would just, I'm seeing this for you so clearly. I'm seeing, it's a smoky quartz too, so let me go in here. So smoky, smoky, smoky. Where's the smoky colors at? I have, so you got, it's like you have, you know, scribble. That's your smoke, okay? Yay. But when you bring in, and I'm going to do something crazy here, but when you bring in quartz energy, or you're asking for some clarity, which you should start to find, it starts to erase this off. Okay, now it's going away, and it clears it out, and you might feel that there's a little bit left. And that's what I'm seeing. I was seeing using these crystals this way for you, just small ones. Doesn't have to be a lot, just small. And working with the polarity of your system, the in channel, the out channel, because we receive and we send out. Then you're going to clear it out. And it made so much more sense to me. It really did. And then eventually, just working with that for a bit, it'll start to clear out. And then what I see behind it is your aha moment. Okay? You're going to have a aha moment pop right in. It's going to be, oh, now I get it. Now I see it. So that's what I'm picking up, and I thought that was pretty cool for you. So let me move on. So thanks for that question. Let's see where else we have here. Let me go back over here so we can start a new one. Okay. There we go. So we have Candace, the dog looks exactly like mine, catching frisbees. Oh, you have one of those dogs. Oh, that's right, you do. Okay, awesome. Yeah, they are high energy dogs. I just love those dogs. They're great. So Kelly, June 28th is your birthday. Oh, and Black Moon Lilith is on. Okay, wow. Nice. So Kelly, this is a really good time. This is a great time for you to work with this energy, because here's what I'm seeing. I don't know if you like purple. It's kind of a, there we go. I got to change this brush. It's a little big. Let's go here. What I'm seeing is purple, and I'm seeing it kind of, it's like a V for victory. And then you're going to fill that up with this energy. And purple or these lavender colors, they're a very spiritual color, but I'm feeling like you've got a vessel here, the V, the vessel, the victory. You're going to discover, okay, this is what I'm going to go do different. So this is a really cool opportunity for you. You can start to work with that energy now, and then when you get to June 28th and you get to the peak of those energies, I just find that this is going to be a very interesting month when you move forward into that. I'm feeling this. If you like this color, work with this color. The energy of this color can draw in. This is going to be a spiritual awakening aha moment for you. Sometimes they may be physical for some people. It might feel like, oh, wait, what was that? Oh, I get it. It might just be something you're doing physically in your world, but for you, I'm feeling this is going to be a spiritual depth for you that's going to be quite empowering, actually, for you. And not to be angry at somebody else. It's to more not waste that energy being upset about somebody else and how they do things. So it's going to be very freeing for you. So I love that for you. Wow. Okay, that was kind of cool. I like it when we do it like this. Angel, what? Angel Zoom call. Angel Zoom call. Angel Zoom call. I wasn't quite, I don't know if I'm understanding that. Maybe you're saying that to somebody else. Let's see. All right. Where are we? Maddie. Hey, Maddie. Let's see what we're going to do for Maddie. Get another one. Okay. Maddie. I've also been feeling off lately and unmotivated at times. Trying to stay positive and keep moving forward. Do the angels have any advice for my plans with my business and getting it going? Yeah, you're okay. You're fine. It's this whole, I know, it just feels like, why is it holding me up again? Okay, what I'm feeling for you is another color. When we work with this kind of reading, it's really cool because all colors have energy, so you can work with that. But here I'm working with a couple of things for you. I'm picking up a really pretty, let's see, I want to go with a pink. Pink. This is kind of this color pink. Okay. I'm picking up pink. All right. But I'm also picking up a number. I'm picking up 2s. Go. Hello. I'm picking up 2s and this pink. Now, I don't know if you see a lot of 2s, but you can still work with the energy. I thought that was pretty cool. What I'm feeling is there's group work that has been challenging for you in the past, working with others, like group stuff, maybe with the job or something. This is going to help you move through and improve the skills and it be a benefit to you in your business. It's group related. So I don't know if you've been seeing that number or not, but I've been feeling something really interesting there with this color. The other thing with the pink color, pink is the color of happiness and joy. So if you've been feeling a little bit weighted down from these energies we've had for the last couple months, a lot of people have, honestly. So when I say that, it's not to diminish how it's been feeling for you or anybody that's been feeling that. Some of these energies have been very, very heavy for people, but it is starting to lift, and we are it's only June 2nd. We're just starting to move out of that and have a little bit of a lighter month. Pink is a color for you. Wear it, look at it, something with pink. And this number, you can work with this number. This number is about relationship. And it also would apply in business strategies. There's something with relationship that you may feel that is challenged, but you're going to be working with that. So I'm getting from you, for you with the angels, is work with this color to lift your mood, okay? And also this number in 222, this number right here is empowering and it's going to help you. It might feel weird at first because it's always been, I don't know, that always backfired on me before kind of thing. But this is what they're trying to help you move through that will help benefit you. So that's what I'm getting. That was pretty good for you. Let's see what we have here. Where are we? Okay. Oh, life coach. Oh, hey, Megan. How are you? It's good to see you. Dr. Jenn, I'm open to receiving new romantic love in my life. What guidance do angels have for me? I feel lighter and freer. That's cool. Let's see what we can do. Let's ask. Okay, for you, this energy this month is going to be really good. You've been getting yourself out there. Yes. So for you, the color There's two colors. There's two colors coming in for you. First of all, we have red, okay? But it's more of a burgundy red. It's a little bit of a deeper red. If I have one of those in here somewhere. It's a deeper burgundy type of red. Hang on. Here we go. Okay. First of all, we're looking for love, right? We're ready. The deeper burgundy love is also, it's wanting me to make like a flower. Okay. Oh, well, you're getting a flower. Every now and then we do that. I just let it go. I don't know what it's going to do until I start working it. Okay. So burgundy has a little bit of blue. When you work with art colors, you know this, but burgundy is red, the color red. Red has two different meanings. Red can be intense and angry and aggressive, but it also has the energy. That's going to have a little bit more of a black added to it. But if it's the burgundy, which has a little bit of the blue in it, the blue energy is a very healing color. Blue is also very representative of Archangel Michael for you. I'm picking up, we're looking to work with the energy of the red, and that's why you see it associated with Valentine's Day a lot. Red is also a romantic and a color with love. But if you're flowers, at first I thought, well, are we going to do a heart? You know, what is that? That's typical for romance. This is bringing in a flower, and look at all of this. It's almost like a pinwheel. Do you know those ones that are on the stick that you, when we were little kids and the wind makes it spin around? That's energy moving. That's energy moving. The energy is moving. So the flower is representing the movement of energy in this area for your life. Also, you're out there in there. You're out there in the world. You're pretty outgoing with that. You're looking to make sure you're in places with the energy that you want to resonate with. Whatever you do, you want to bring in love that aligns with the frequency you are now. Okay, so make sure you don't shortchange yourself on that. The energy with this month, with the moons, will help you as well, because if we were to, like, oh, okay, I'm just ready to have a partner in life, and then you settle and it wasn't really the alignment, you know, down the road that won't be so great. This energy with these colors is going to help you, and this movement of the spiral, you're looking to move the energy and heal through this color. So I found that that's going to help. I didn't mean to bump my mic. Sorry, guys. That's going to help you move forward. When you're spinning this, make sure you go clockwise. Think about it in a vision like when you're meditating. Clockwise spin of this to move the energy forward with this color, because you're opening up. It's opening and blossoming like a flower does. So it's really a pretty symbol. So it's absolutely there. The biggest thing that could trip you up is settling, and when it's not really the right fit. Make sure that doesn't happen. I don't think it will for you. I think you know that by now, but that's the reminder. Michael says, I'm with you every step of the way if you're hesitant about one or another, but you need to be doing things and getting out there and being clear with the energy and intention without it being so desperate that you just go for anything. You want it to be an alignment of energy and who you are today, not who you were, who you are today and what you want. So that's pretty cool for Megan. So there you go. Let's see what we've got. What time is it? Okay, let me keep going. We're doing quick ones here. So let me see here. Candace, you keep putting things on there and then okay. Giovanna, hello. Candace, so far this past week I've been getting the failure isn't really failure message. Can the angels elaborate? Absolutely they can. And that's true. It isn't. What? Okay, color for you. Okay, I hope this shows up. You have a very bright yellow coming in. It should on the iPad, much better than when I'm using actual paint. It should be much better. Okay, yellow. All right, well okay, that's kind of a green yellow, but that's cool because this is the one they told me to get. So this is a square, obviously, sort of a square. But I'm putting a doorknob on it, so this is a door. And the green mixed into the yellow. Yellow is a confidence color. That's your self-confidence, third chakra color. The green is new, vibrant energy flowing in. So confidence in an area that you want, this is a good color. So I see it now because like I said, I'm not thinking twice. I'm letting them guide what we're doing here. The door is representing what you said with the failures. They're not failures. They're protection. It's like they're stop. It's a stop. It's like stop, not that way, to redirect. And sometimes we might go through a lot of those stops before we find okay, I can go all the way through. So what's interesting is listen to that stop. It's not a failure. It's absolutely not a failure. Because why? You learn every single time you try something and it doesn't work out. You actually gain knowledge. You gain what you know, oh, that didn't work, but what can I learn from that? You go with that. Absolutely go with that. And two, the confidence here with this is a confidence thing. I'm also feeling digestive stuff for you because of the stress of, oh, I really need this to work. I really need this to work. Do you believe it'll work? It's challenging. Do you actually believe it'll work when you get started? If you don't, that would be something that would keep holding it up. But I'm seeing the doors as not yet, and no, it's not a failure, but keep going. There's a door that's going to open. And I thought that was really, really cool for you. I like the green mixed in with the yellow for you. That shows vibrant, moving forward energy, new energy coming in. So think about the green. That's also associated with the heart. You have the heart chakra. It has, you know, a lot of green energy because you want it to be something you love and you want to be confident in something you love. So really cool, actually. I know these pictures are basic, but the message, it's all about the message here, guys. All about the message. Okay, who we got next? That was pretty cool. Giovanna. Jen, do the angels have any insights for me in regards to my career? And I think you mean love life. Live life. Love life, right? I've had many changes happening for both. I'm pretty sure that's what she's talking about. If not, please correct me and let me know. Takes a minute for all that to come in with the delays, but it's there. Okay, so what we have, oh, you're right. Before I start this, I just saw where Life Coach said, yes, Megan, she said, you're sharing 222 with Maddie on 6222. You know, I wasn't even thinking of that when I did that. That was just coming in for that. So that's definitely something for Maddie, obviously. So that's pretty cool. Where am I? And I see another one, a G fresco. I will come back. I just saw it. So hang on. So we have life. Wait a minute. Where am I? I'm losing track. Giovanna. Okay. You want career in that. So here, let's go for colors for you. I'm getting, okay, oh, that's kind of cool. I'm getting like a turquoisey color. Okay, so this color, it's this, you know, kind of a turquoisey color. That's a very healing color, all right? I'm getting this interesting, two different directions, and I keep getting this. This is a weird one. So going here, going upside down, all over the place. And this turquoise color is a combination of greens and blues, kind of like seawater. It's also very peaceful, but it's a very healing color. What I'm picking up very strong is there's two different energies going in two different directions. Career is one direction, the love life's another direction. There is activity there, but it needs calming and peace. And they're not necessarily colliding. It's just two different areas of your life, obviously. Let me make sure I'm getting this question right. Okay, I have many changes happening. There's massive healing here. This color is a very calming, healing color. Turquoise, the stone, the healing crystal stone, is a very healing. It's considered a very healing stone. If you like that color, or if you have any turquoise, you might want to wear it for a bit. Working with your energy. The energy in both directions is going through a transitional period of healing and awareness. There's a growth here where for the career. Let me go one at a time. They're going in so many different directions that it's a little bit weird. Let me separate off. For career, there's things that you're learning that you're going to get better at. That's going to help, and you're going to be just fine. Be patient. Allow the recovery and the healing of maybe an approach you were doing was causing some stress. That's where I'm feeling the healing part coming in. For the love life, this is more of a understanding that we're all different and having more patience for differences between us, but also not, same thing I was telling Megan, this is for anybody with that. Relationships, you want that to be a frequency that you truly want, an energy connection alignment. You know, you want, you know, sometimes I get questions all the time on that where I just keep attracting the wrong one. Maybe we're just settling. Sometimes that's just a choosing to settle, and it's not that. And it's also about believing that you deserve something that you want with your happiness. So this color is coming in very powerful. It's also very beneficial for both parts of your life. It's going in these different directions to show this can work for both. So you're looking to find some peaceful, calm, some self-care that allows that in. I don't know if you even have time, or are you just accommodating everybody else? That happens a lot in a career. It also happens in love lives if we're just people pleasing them too. So that was a lot of information, but you had a lot going on, and it was just coming right through with that one. So I'm going to leave that right there. Okay, where are we now? Let me get another. Well, look at all these ones we're doing today. I had another one I saw up higher. Oh, here it is. Okay, so G Fresco. Good morning. Question: am I going to be able to find a job that gives me vax exemption or a job in general soon? Oh, goodness. Okay, strong. Don't know if I can promise a yes or no on that, but let me see what I'm getting for you. I'm asking because all right, I'm picking up the 1 and the 2, but it sounds like months. There's a couple of months involved here of movement, of energy. I'm also being drawn to, hang on, I gotta find the right, it's like the right hue of a color is important. Okay, there's some deep, it's more of a deeper green coming in for you. Okay, this is a deeper green. So there's deeper, the deeper green. I see, what am I'm getting at like this. See how long this is? There's a lot of roots. This is more like a tree that's more mature. Okay? There's a lot of roots here for some things that need to come up, basically, to plant new. This is a very established, strong tree, but you don't have to bring them all up and you don't have to cut the tree down. It's kind of an interesting read. It's bringing up yes to all your questions. It will happen. There's a patience involved. It's not tomorrow. I'm not feeling anything right immediate, but I'm saying definitely start working on, you know, what could I do to make this work out better? It's also bringing in, there's some cleanup to do with old established foundations or roots that you may have. So it's not like where you physically are located. It's not even about that. It's more about beliefs or how you feel about things or your perspective. So this is some inner work, and they might be giving me the 1 or 2 months, and it could be sooner if you apply. But yes, it's there. Everything's possible. There's always a solution to everything. But you know, it's not giving me definite yes, no's. It's saying, yeah, but there's some work that needs to be put in place. And it's more of an inner self work of improving some of the roots you've got in certain areas, beliefs, perspectives, attitude, how you apply yourself in certain ways. It's all these different aspects. So it's a cleanup. It's a little bit of a cleanup, but it's possible. And the deep green is a very healing and renewal color. So I'm also picking up Archangel Michael and Raphael for you, because there's a lot of clearing out and bringing in some higher energy frequencies that can help you with establishing. And here, then you bring in another color of green that more represents like new foliage, and it will start to branch off and be a much stronger base for you. I know. See, I never know how these are going to go, but I'm loving how these energies and the colors are working for you guys. So I hope that made sense, but you won't have all the answers yet. There's a little bit to apply for yourself there. So that one was interesting too. All right. Let's see what we got. Where am I on time? Oh, okay. Getting close to time. Christine Miller. What do the angels have to say regarding changes I need to make in my diet? Oh, wow. Okay. Let's see if we get anything. Okay. Hang on. Okay. Oh, everybody's all right. Okay. We're all good. I'm getting some thank yous. So, Christine. So, diet. Okay. Hang on. I'm thinking, and I'm also tapping in and listening. Okay. I'm getting some cool... What's funny is this palette. I know. They're drawing me to this palette, and it's called Christmas Marshmallows. Isn't that funny? No, marshmallows are not on the diet suggestion for you. It's the color palette. But that's funny. So here's what I'm getting. I'm getting your diet needs a lot more. I don't know if you eat greens. You probably, I feel like you do. But it's greens. There's the dark greens. I'm also picking up the word alkaline. So if you don't use Himalayan salt, that would be a great idea to use. Okay, Himalayan salt is a beautiful salt that's very low in sodium. It also has a lot of minerals. You can do your homework on that. It's got like over 84 minerals that the body uses, so it's really a cool salt. And look it up if you don't use it. I'm getting a lot of leafy green for you, and I'm also getting that word. So if you were to do pH testing, just to see where you sit on the alkalinity, that'll give you see if you're too acidic or too alkaline. You want to be right in that, balanced pH for your system. Everything does, but that's what I'm picking up. It's really an interesting read. Now, this is not to replace anything that you need medically. This is just natural, using food as medicine type of thing, and just using your natural, what you have available to you. But your diet, there also feels like there might be some habits in there that should stop, at least reduce down. Sometimes some are very hard, but can you reduce it down? But I'm feeling like you need to check to see if you're more acidic. If you're too alkaline, then you need obviously more acidic. If you're too acidic, you need to more alkalinize. But balancing that pH, sometimes you just give the body the balance. Eating the rainbow, have you ever heard of that? Like eating all the different colors is good, but it is pointing more to dark leafy, like your spinach and your kale, and I'm just feeling that for you. And then the alkaline word came in. I hope that made sense. Alkaline makes sense. There you go. Well, the reason the green would come in is it's more of an alkaline diet. that when you're running very acidic, leafy greens help to alkalinize you too. So no wonder I'm getting very clear signal on that for you. So it would be good to do that. It would help with the inflammation stuff, because inflamed, yeah. And if you like spicy hot foods, you might, I know, I do too. I love hot sauce and stuff like that. But sometimes when there's inflammation going on, you have to back off to recalibrate things. Definitely look into the pink salt though. Absolutely. So guys, I'm going to stop there because we're right on time for it to stop. Everybody's got to go back to work or whatever they do on Thursdays now. I know some of you have had to go back into the offices. We've had different things with that. Some people are going back, some people are still there, but I try to keep this like kind of in a lunch hour time so people can get in here. I hope that you've enjoyed the show today. It's always a lot of fun to do these types of reads with you. Colors are very powerful energy that you can focus with. Put something up. I don't care if it's a sticky note with the color we talked about today. Something to remind you of the energy of that color. And we always have the archives if you need to go back and refresh to see what we were talking about. But it would apply to anybody that can relate to some of the questions that came up today. Anybody can use these. And I do hope that everybody takes advantage of the great energies that are coming in for us for June. We have great energy coming in for June. It's beautiful energy that will give us a lift, help us lighten up, because having fun, don't forget guys, having fun raises the frequency. When you raise the frequency, the body is naturally going to follow that. When your energy is toxic or heavy, you want to lighten it up. This gives us that opportunity. Having fun, just lightening up, laughing at the mistakes we make, just saying, oh, well, that's it. Just not so seriously. And also at the same time, look at all the lessons we're learning. Look at all the growth that we've done. Don't forget to appreciate where you've been. And I will see you next time here on the Jenn Royster Show. Thanks so much for tuning in, joining us on this fun painted reading we had today, and we'll see you next time. Namaste.
You've been listening to the Jenn Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life. Dr. Jenn Royster is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Imagine having the ability to use your innate positive energy to dissolve the stuckness in your life, whether it's emotional, physical, or spiritual, through this incredible dynamic show. If you've missed any part of this show or any other show,